Hello, and welcome back to the CDOT Permit Portal video training series. In this video, I will be taking you through the Canopy permit application process from start to finish. There's a PDF version of this training available for download at the conclusion of this video for your convenience. All the information in this video, as well as additional training for other online permit applications, is available at the CDOT training site at cdot.cgnglobal.com. You may use any of the standard browsers, such as Chrome, Firefox, or an updated version of IE, to access this permit portal. Let's start. Open up your favorite browser, and in your browser address bar, enter the URL cityofchicago.org/CDOT. This will take you to the CDOT homepage. In the center of the page, you will see Featured Services and Programs. At the end of the first line, you'll notice an online permit portal icon. Clicking this icon will take you to the online permit portal sign-in page at ipi.cityofchicago.org/profile. You will sign in on this page with the username and password you created when you registered. If you misplaced or do not recall the username and password you created at registration, click the Forgot Password link and you will be asked to provide the email you used at registration. If you provide it, you will be sent an email with a link to reset your password. Going back to the sign-in page, sign in with your username and password and click the Sign In button. If you haven't created an account yet, you will need to do so before proceeding. You will first see your dashboard page. Since this is a new account, the dashboard is blank and you don't see any permit applications listed here yet. An established account on which several permit applications have been created will look like this. There's several filtering mechanisms on the left. You can sort by application checks, applications in review. You can select only those that are incomplete. You can search on a key term, or you can search only for permits. You can even sort by date. Back to our own dashboard. Today we will be creating a new Canopy permit application. So let's click Create New, select Permit Application, and we'll begin. Go down to Building Canopies and click. And you'll see the second step, Basic Job Information, requesting a project name and the type of work. Let's fill it in. We're going to select Construction for the type of work and click Next Step. The application information requests emergency contact information and city contract and ordinance information. We'll go ahead and fill in the emergency contact information. Fill in the name. If you have previously created any permit applications, those emergency contacts will display and you may choose them if you so desire. If you wish to enter different contact information, do so at this point. And click Add Emergency Contact Information. The new contact information will display here in the first line. It can be edited or deleted, and another line can be added if we desire. In the next step, if we have city contract information or ordinance information to add, we can do so here. If the permit that we're requesting is connected with a specific city contract or ordinance, then we will add the information here. You can click on each of the question marks to display more information regarding each field. In this case, we have no contract or ordinance information. Click Next Step. Here we see step 4, canopy information. And as with the dumpster permit, you will see the permit application at this point has been saved to our dashboard, and if we would quit the process at this point, we would be able to return to it by locating the specific application number that's been assigned to this so far, and it would be displayed on our dashboard page. Enter the building owner's name. And also enter the building owner's phone number. You do not need to format the numbers that you enter. The system will format for you. Enter a detailed description of work for the canopy type that we are requesting a permit for. We can go ahead and click Add Canopies to add canopy-specific information. We enter the street numbers from and to where the canopies will need to be positioned. In this case, we'll use 100 to 200 Monroe Drive. Direction will be east and west, so we'll use east. Street name. If you begin typing, the suggestion list will pop up, and we can select. Suffix can be either street or drive from Monroe, but at this point we know it's drive. Canopy type. There's a choice of 5 different types that we can select from. In this case, we'll use light duty rolling. Placement has the following selections, and we will select curb lane for our purposes. We will use 20-foot length for our canopy today, and the start date will be November 16th. Scroll further to reveal the last 3 fields. The end date, using the date picker, we will set for the 20th of November. And the original start date, if you click the question mark, you will see you only need to enter if it is different from the start date field that we just filled in. In our case, it's not, but if you need to enter, you certainly may. Any additional information here can be entered. If you need to supply the city more information on your canopy placement, and click Add Canopies. This is the address you entered, and a map will display that shows exactly the location of the address that you requested for canopy placement. You may use the slider bar here to adjust your view of the map to come in quite close, or you may slide it all the way back and get a different view on a larger scale. If that is the correct location, click Confirm. If it is not, you can click Re-enter and enter another map location. In our case, we'll click Confirm. Here you see the location and the specifics for this canopy added in a list item. If you need to add additional canopies, you may click and re-enter another set of data for another canopy, or you can edit or delete the canopy location you've just entered. We'll go to the next step. Here you see the legal agreements page. On this page, you must certify that you are familiar with all the information that you've provided in the application you just created, and that it is true, correct, and complete. Also, that you understand that by clicking this I agree box at the bottom, you are electronically providing your own signature on the certification. Check the agree box and submit. You will be taken to the permit application status page. The final page you will be presented is the permit application status, which is a summary of all of the information you've provided for this application. You may cancel the permit at this point, or you may elect to add specific parking restrictions in connection with this permit application. If you scroll down, you can see each of the sections you've completed. You can see additional information where current status will be listed and the different reviews that the application will need to go through. We'll return to the top and go into Manage Parking Restrictions. Here's the service request for this permit. We can add parking restrictions by clicking into Add Service Requests. Here is where you can enter the street numbers from and to where you will be requesting your parking restrictions associated with this permit. We'll go ahead and use the same numbers. The street is already populated. Click the drop-down list to see the choices for which side of the street we want. In this case, we'll pick the south side of Monroe. The beginning date we want will be the first 4 days of the Canopy permit application placement. So we'll select 16th, and again the ending date, click into the field to get the date picker again, and we'll go through the 20th. We also need to select the time of day we need this parking restriction to be enacted. We'll ask for 1 p.m. through 4 p.m. And the purpose for this we can enter, and any special instructions. In this case, no specific instructions. Also remember, clicking on each of these question marks will give you additional information on each one of the fields and what kind of entries are expected to be made. Click Add Service Request. We now see the additional parking restrictions in this line. We can view the details of the parking restriction. We can click to add it if we need something changed, such as changing the post timings or the beginning and end date. And we can also delete the parking restriction if you realize you do not require them. Click back into View Permit Status. From here we can review that the parking restrictions were indeed added to this application. We can verify that the details are as we entered them, and we see that the status is pending. Again, return to the top. And we have completed a permit application for a construction canopy. At this point, we can click the Home link to return back to our dashboard page. Double check that the canopy that we just applied for is present, and we'll also want to close out of our account, sign out by going to the name in the upper left hand corner, clicking the drop down arrow and selecting the sign out link. When you are completed with your work, you will always want to sign out of the application. This concludes our Canopy permit review. Please visit CDOT training website at cdot.cgnglobal.com, where you can view additional videos that take you through other types of permit applications step by step. Also find the latest updates on our permit portal progress, as well as helpful tips and user guides to assist you in using the site. Please complete the survey at the conclusion of this video and let us know if you have any questions or comments so that we can help you better prepare for this innovative and time-saving permit process.